Saya berlatih 520 hari, 12,480 jam demi menempa sejarah. Semuanya untuk anda.
Alright guys, okay, hello guys, welcome back to Coach Talk Season 1, episode number 3. I'm KJ, and today, please to welcome Kannathasan to be my guest for this episode number 3. And Kana, please introduce yourself.
Okay, hi, hello, Happy New Year by the way. Okay, I'm Kannathasan Subramaniam. I was an ex-national 400 meter runner and 200.
200 meter.
Okay.
So, what age were you, when you started your sport, athletics?
Actually speaking, I'm actually quite active in sports since small. But then when I started seriously on this athletic was when I was 17 years old, when I was in Form 5.
Form 5?
Form 5. Athletics, specifically in athletics, focused on athletics was when I was in 17 years old.
That's really long. Take you 13
years.
13.
Okay. 13 years.
Okay, so previously, before you starting as really focusing on the athletics, right? What sport involved in before athletics?
Before I actually involved in a lot of sports, I played football, badminton, sepak takraw. I even tried hockey, volleyball. That was during my school days lah. So Form 5, I just came out to athletics alone.
It is like a multilateral development for you, before
actually those sports all helped me a lot actually.
Yes, okay. So inspire you to be an athlete in athletics, after 17, that year.
That 17 years when I was 17, the person who actually inspired me was my father lah, actually. Actually it was my father who he is the one who inspired me to do athletics at the age of 17. Before that, he told me he called me and told me that you're already 17, you're going to finish your school, you can't be doing all these sports, so you just have to select one sport. So he told me, I would suggest you to do athletics because it's your own effort, You have the talent, you have the height, and it's your own effort. You hard work for it, you get the place. So I was so interested. Actually, I love football. But then football is more to team event and everything, team sports. So he told me, focus on athletics, you'll go far. So that's when I started to focus on athletics actually.
Okay, that's where you became an athlete. Okay, so despite of we already know that what inspired you to become an athlete. So you to share about the journey become a national athlete. Journey you starting from zero, from 17 years old right up to national athlete level, national team.
Okay, actually my athletics started when 17. I started as a 400 hurdles. So it all started in that 2008. In the year 2008, it all started. So first I represented school. From school I went to MSSD, MSS Selangor, and then MSSM, and finally in that year itself I managed to qualify for Sukma. So I actually in that 1 year all this happened in 1 year actually.
2008.
Yeah.
No, Sabah, right?
Selangor, all in Kelana Jaya. All happened in Kelana Jaya. 2008. The only place I went traveling athletic was for Sukma Terengganu. So that's where my journey started actually, and the person who really, after my father's inspiration, I would say my school teacher, Wan Maha, and my athletic coach during that time was Cik Guzul from Tamansi. So both of them really pushed me a lot to achieve more. And in 2009, Coach Amri identified me and he pulled me into SSBJ. So 2009, I joined SSBJ.
Okay.
From there, Coach Amri was everything. He did most of the thing for me. He managed to push me and everything, build me up. So 2011, I started to represent Malaysia. So my first competition that I represented in 2011 was Sri Lanka Open.
Okay.
So my first international competition, and my biggest on that year biggest achievement was my 4x4 SEA Games gold medal.
Yes.
Which ended up in some unwanted incident actually, but then it was a
good race. That was a good race. Very good race.
So till date, I'm still running, but then although I'm not so to that high performance, but I'm still trying to get back to my performance.
Okay, good. For your information, when you were running the SEA Games 2011, I was from 16 years old. That I even told Arif that Kana is my new athletics idol in Malaysia. I think you heard about it before. After that,
I got to know that when we went to 2013 SEA Games.
Yes. That was my first impression about you, because I see a tall guy, a Malaysian guy that ran 47s and then able to win the SEA Game, everything that really makes me an eye-opening about 400 meters, because previously I was not really good in 400 meter. That's where my motivation came after you guys won the 4x1. I saw it on my TV. That's where making me that okay, I will need to run 400 meter. I want to run 400 meter. That's where I got a chance to run with you and represent Malaysia to SEA Games 2013. That's what my pleasure So, as a national athlete, you have been to several of the countries. Like just now, you have mentioned Indonesia, Sri Lanka, even Myanmar, and all right. So, what is your favorite country to compete?
Favorite country to compete would be Taiwan. That's my best. I think that's my favorite.
Right.
2017, 2000. Actually, Taiwan was my best. I would say one of the best place for me to compete. That's where I did most of my personal best.
Yes.
4 years I went there. 4 years I did personal best and season best there.
But I think I went Taiwan with you on the same year also, right? 2013. That's where we
2013 and 2017.
Yeah, right. That we are able to run the 4x4 and then 400, and then even the Taiwan Open, you clock your personal best. Yes. Okay. Yeah, that Taiwan, your second home because you mentioned about you have been there 4 times, right?
4 times. Every year I'll go there for sure. For sure, I'll have I'll get a chance to compete in Taiwan actually.
Okay. So after, like you have really know that your favorite country to compete. So what is the best part about competing in athletics in 400 meter?
For me, 400 meters, I would say I like to compete because of that adrenaline rush, I like that adrenaline rush actually. It's not easy to run. Actually, people say it's easy to run 400 meters, but then you have to have your own strategy to run your 400 meters. So it's actually a strategic and a tough sprint event actually.
400 meters. So, okay, since you say that you are the 400 meter runner, right? So between that, between 100, 200, and 400, which one is your favorite event actually?
400.
400. But there is the toughest one during training. In training is the toughest one.
During training, for me, the toughest is anything above 400.
Right.
Anything 400 is for me is tough. So I try to overcome that, but then it is one of the toughest for me actually.
Common 400 meter runner. That we can feel it. Yeah, I can feel it. I feel you. I feel you.
As a 400-meter runners, you have to be good in you have to be good in speed, you have to be good in endurance, endurance, your power, everything. So like me, I'm very big on endurance actually. That's I don't know why.
More speed based. Yeah, more speed based.
When it comes to endurance training, I'll do my best. I'll give my best. I know, although it's one of tough, but I'll give my best.
Yes. And I'm grateful that I'm able to train with you for more than 2 years. So yeah, happy to know that there's a senior that they're struggling with us during the 400-meter training.
400-meter training, yeah.
So, like you said, in Taiwan, you have clocked your personal best, you have clocked your season best. Okay, so what is the one thing that you always do, you will do after a good performance, after a good race?
A good race, huh? After a good race, I would have a good meal. Very good meal. Because during the most important thing that I'll do, I'll buy a Coke and drink a Coke. I'll buy a big bottle of Coke and finish on that day itself.
I mean, straight after the race lah.
I'm a Coke fanatic also. One of my favorite drinks is Coke. So usually during competition period, I'll just sacrifice my Coke. I'll sacrifice for a month, and once my competition finished, I'll drink one bottle. That's it.
That's your doing lah, straight after your
my own style of rewarding myself lah. I know Coke is not good, but then I tried before competition, and once after I finish, if I achieve the target, then I'll get a Coke.
Okay, what about if you are not able to clock a personal best or maybe a season best? Let's say not a good race.
I'll still postpone my reward. I'll go for the next race. I'll prepare for my next race. So when I achieve my season best, my target, then I'll get a Coke.
Okay, got it. Okay, nice one. All right.
During that my peak performer, I was very particular about this diet. I really took care of my diet actually. The diet plays a very big role, not only by training, but the diet also plays a big role. So I really took care of it lah. So I have that planning everything a week before, 2 weeks before.
Okay, so we have talked about your journey. We have talked about your favorite place to compete, and then. So do you think as a national athlete or as an athlete, right? Do you think that attitude is a factor in winning the race and the competition?
Attitude.
Yes, attitude.
Yes, of course. Attitude plays a role also. You gotta have your attitude, a good attitude. You can't be too polite. You can't be too stubborn. So attitude plays a role. The most important thing is discipline.
Discipline. That's
how you are disciplined and you manage your time properly, then you will succeed.
So let's say we don't talk about student athlete. We talk about those in the working industry and then still competing in the high performance, right, in competition. So do you think that during your working time and training time can be balanced? Because usually we talk about student athlete, study and training that can be balanced. What about working and training?
Okay, if you know how to manage your time, sure you can compete in high level actually. So usually those who already went to work and see competing, usually those people are used to be those who are already as athlete, not an upcoming. Those who are maybe like you, you already acting also. Once now you are started to working, so maybe you can, but you have to manage your time properly, and you have to come up with a program of that. You can't do from zero again, so you have to go for a quality workout. Yeah, maybe morning you just cover your endurance. You go to work, come back, rest for a while. It's okay. You start a little bit. You have to sacrifice. So you start a little bit and you push yourself. And you know your body, so
so discipline is the key lah to succeed.
Time management.
Time management and all. Okay.
Discipline and time management is the key actually.
Okay. So just now I have I told you that you are my idol in Malaysia, right? So who is your favorite idol in athletics?
In athletic, Zafrin, Abang Zafrin. Yeah. So he was the first 400-meter national runner that I saw who ran a dramatic 400 meters also. The first time when I saw him running was in Terengganu Sukma 2008.
2008.
Yeah, he was second. Actually, he ran. We didn't expect. Nobody expected him to. He was one of the best prospect to win the medal. But then he was started slow and everything. He was running so nice. Everything, his stride line, everything was so nice. If suppose at the last 30 meters of the finishing line, he dipped and won the race. So the one who was leading was another senior of mine, Amran Raj. Yeah. So he was leading all the way from the start, and Zafrin came from behind and dipped and win the race. That was in Sukma, Terengganu.
Right in front of your eyes.
Right in front of my eyes. So he's a hardworking. He's really a hardworking. He's not a talented runner actually. He works hard, to run. So he inspires me also at that time, actually.
Do you train together? Do you guys train together?
I didn't get the chance to train together with him under the same coach.
Oh.
But I managed to train when I joined in 2009. I was training under Coach Ambri, and he was training with Coach Jayabalan. Oh. So I managed to see him training and everything.
Able to talk.
Able to talk a bit. Although that time was small, but I didn't really talk to people. But I managed to get some points with him. And after he retired, I managed to meet him once and sit and talk to him. He really gave me a lot of ideas how to run the 400 and everything. He taught me actually.
Okay, good. Abang Zafrin. Yeah, Abang Zafrin. Okay, so before I'm moving into the next question, right? This is my own personal question. Okay, what is your thoughts when you get to represent Milo?
Okay.
Yes, Milo, the advertisement in 2013, right?
Okay.
I would like to know, because I think that's the first time that we went to the shooting. I mean, we went for the shooting together, right? And then seeing you running, they're all shooting about you, right? So what is your thought at that time? That feeling.
During that time, the feeling, I was actually happy to get the chance, to make an advertisement which gonna inspire a lot of young kids, young kids who are gonna watch that advertisement and get inspired. So I was actually happy, but then during the shoot, I wasn't really happy, because it really killed me. It was like I was before that shooting happened. I was injured and just recovered. I haven't run before for the past 3 months. I didn't do any running, nothing. I was more on rehab and everything, strengthening blood. So that was during that shoot was my first day of running, and on that first day of running, they just pushed me into a limit where I haven't done. Training also wasn't worse as that. Yeah. You were there. So we started early in the morning, 7 o'clock, and we finished late night at 11. And the following day, we continued again. So actually, it's not an easy job to do that.
Yeah, correct.
But nowadays, how others are doing that.
But for your information, right, I'm still keeping your video. Keeping my video in my memory, in my full memory.
Good, nice. I also do that. I also keep in my phones.
Yeah,
all memories I have that video inside.
Yeah, yes. Okay. So another few more questions lah, then we can end our session. So
Okay.
what is your furthest achievement as an national athlete?
Furthest achievement,
You can
the
be
highest,
highest
the highest
can
I
also
have been World University.
be
I went to 2 World University Games, 2013
13.
and 2017. 2013 in Russia and 2017 in Taiwan. Taiwan, the one we went together.
Mhm.
2013, I managed to qualify to semi-final in 400 meters.
Yes.
And 2017, we were finishing fourth in 4x400 semi-final. So that was actually a high achievement. Actually, overall we were 16 out of 32. So it's actually a high achievement, I think. Other than that, my other achievement would be SEA Games lah.
SEA
Both
Games.
my SEA Games, 2011 and 2013.
Okay. All right. So as you know that today is a new year, what is your 2021 plan? Any planning in this year?
Yeah, for this year, actually I had this planning from last year itself. I'm gonna try my best to try another one more SEA Games this year.
In Hanoi.
I hope I can. I'll try my best.
Yes. It also my target also, because Hanoi is where I won my first gold medal and double gold medal lah in international level. I wanted to try one more time because it is not in Ho Chi Minh, but it is Hanoi, because Hanoi is 2013. I won my 400 meter and 4x4 in Hanoi. Asian School Games. That's where motivates me to keep going, to see time and see whether we are able to make it or not, because the age is coming up already, catching up already.
Just less than a year away.
Yes. So okay, last question. A message or an advice to all the youth athletes out there. That
I would say that do your best. If you already started to do something, just don't give up. Finish it. If that's your passion, finish it. Don't just leave it halfway. Do it with your full-hearted, with passion, especially with passion. If you do it with full-hearted passion, you'll succeed. No worries.
Yes. Thank you, Kanna. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you for being my guest for this episode number 3. And I hope you for the best, and wish you that you can able to represent Malaysia again in SEA Games 2021. And yep, I hope to see you during the training time, or maybe catch up.
Okay, KJ. Thank you, KJ. Thank you for this opportunity.
Thank you.
I hope really help. Okay, thank you. Have fun. Happy New Year.
All right.